Welcome back to Riding Bikes in San Diego. We can always count on construction somewhere in San Diego, and the markings for that usually come at the expense of people on bikes, like in this case where the sign is directly in the bike lane. But check out what happens up here. Look at where these markers are placed, how the cones are set up. They always mark construction and try to accommodate drivers at the expense of people on bikes. Just these signs are just going to be in the middle of a bike lane on Navajo, which is going a speed limit of like 45 miles an hour. People treat this like a freeway because there's actually not any place to stop on the west side of the road, west northwest. But even though these cones are here and all these obstructions, you can count on no actual construction that's going to be happening for like the next eighth of a mile or something like that. Like there's just nothing. The cones are just there to move drivers out of the way well in advance of something. So we're going to ride inside the cones anyway because they weren't thinking of the safety for cyclists here, so we're not going to divert into all that separated space. What they might not understand is that these cones are designed to have a driver come right up on us, which is happening right here. Luckily, that person is being patient. It's not only inconvenient and dangerous for cyclists, this also affects us with pedestrians, as we'll see now. Once we get down the hill on Jackson here, we get onto Mission Gorge and look over into the grass. There's a bike lane closed sign just leaning in the brush there. But we're going to cruise on Mission Gorge. Now, Mission Gorge has this painted bike lane, but this thing is another minor freeway. There's very little places to stop, especially on this west side of the road, and the bike lane is just paint. All kinds of gravel and debris gets in here. We have all these signs leaned up in the brush, which makes me wonder if somebody on a bicycle moved them, or if the construction crew just is stashing them there until later. But you see all these little signs in the brush. What cracks me up is that we're gonna make it up here, and remember that traffic light and crosswalk was way behind us there, right? Like we've now gone a pretty long block of nothing, and there's this little sign up to there that says closed. That sidewalk is closed, so anybody who's walking over to Mission Trails right now, they shouldn't be using this sidewalk. Not that there's a good sidewalk on the other side of the street, because the infrastructure on this road is inconsistent. There's also oddly no bus route that goes on Mission Gorge. And here finally we're coming up on the reason why the sidewalk is closed. It looks like they've taken up a portion of it and are going to redo it. When are they going to redo it? I don't know. There are no crews here. There's nobody working on it. But they don't want people using it. And there was a sign back there that instructed pedestrians to go back to the nearest crosswalk. That's like a quarter mile behind us now. So, this is the kind of regard that people outside of cars are going to get. But, I hope that they fix that soon. I hope that they build meaningful infrastructure someday on Mission Gorge. And, until they do, we're just going to drive less and ride a bike. Thanks.